Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics edition number 184.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released July 29, 2015, beginning alphabetically with 1602 Witch Hunter Angela number 2, Secret War series in which wicked somethings this way come. The hunt is on. The Faustians have made their deal with the devil, Enchantress, but Angela isn't going to take that lying down, is she? No, not by her psychic ribbons and very, very pointy weapons. No, she's not. Out in the wilds of the countryside, Angela and Sarah collide with a wandering caravan of ne'er-do-well performers, hint their names start with a G and ends with a Y, and has an Ardians the Galax in the middle. Pagan rites, dubious ethics, a deadly curse, and Kieran and Irene Coe being up to no good. Who can resist the lure of the Faustians? Next we have Age of Ultron vs. Marvel Zombies number 2. War rages between two sides of unhumanity, the undead and the artificial. As battle escalates between Ultron's robotic horde and the zombie masses, a smaller pocket of humanity must defend themselves from both sides. Can Salvation, Oasis of Sanity amidst utter chaos, run by Jim Hammond, The Vision, and Wonder Man, protect what little humanity resides in the dead zone? And what is the Hank Pym from 1872, a man literally in a world he never made, supposed to do when first encountering the evil of Ultron? We've also got Black Widow number 20. Who is the Black Widow? What set off her long path of atonement? The creative team that's brought you the longest run in Black Widow history steps deeper into the psyche of Natasha Romanoff than ever before. Next we have Daredevil number 17. It all comes down to this, the penultimate chapter. Matt Murdock's made a deal with his own personal devil, and unless he can outsmart the strongest, toughest opponent he's ever known, no one walks out alive. Next we have Deadpool Secret Wars number 3 of 4. The war that's so secret, the rest of the Marvel Universe doesn't even remember it. Amid the chaos, Deadpool dons a new costume, plus our heroes stage a huge attack on the gluttonous Galactus. Next we have Deathlok number 10. Out of control and out of time, Henry Hayes faces S.H.I.E.L.D, Biotech, and another Deathlok. What options does he have but to die? We've also got Guardians Team Up number 8, a crippled spaceship with 1 million souls on board, a ruthless force blasting it all the way to the ground, and in the middle, Groot and the Silver Surfer teamed up for a daring rescue. But what mysterious quest can bring them both together in the midst of this conflict, and what is the prize that they may both be willing to sacrifice themselves for? Next we have M.O.D.O.K Assassin number 3 of 5. The impossible has happened. The mental organism designed only for killing has fallen head over heels in love. But with the love of his life caught in the crosshairs of Killville's most ruthless mercenaries, can M.O.D.O.K hope to stay one step ahead of his rivals and live long enough to find out who set her up? We've also got Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors number 9. Spider-Man gets to roll with the big boys as Captain America and Wolverine join him to combat a dangerous new threat to S.H.I.E.L.D. Next we have Powers number 4. The all-new next chapter in the award-winning Powers continues. As Dina uncovers her father's past sins, Walker finds himself the personal target of a new Powers serial killer. All of this and another exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the Sony Powers TV show, which will be on the air at the same time as the book ships. We've also got S.H.I.E.L.D. number 8. Agent May and Mockingbird together against a band of superpowered monstrosities whose souls must be found and returned to them if S.H.I.E.L.D. is to survive. Next we have Star Wars number 7, a special one-shot tale of Ben Kenobi. Injustice reigns on Tatooine as villainous scum run rampant. Will Ben risk revealing himself to do what's right? Guest artist Simone Bianchi joins writer Jason Aaron for this special tale. We've also got Thors number 2. The saga of the Battleworld Police Force continues. More murders, more mystery, more Thors, like Groot Thor, and maybe even a break in the case as a surprising suspect is brought in for questioning. And we've got X-Men 92 number 2, Secret Wars series, Rogue and Gambit together at last, Wolverine face to face with Cyber and Omega Red, all orchestrated by the Shadow Queen. Battleworld's most 90s district's tubular tale keeps rocking. Out in trades this week, we've got Hawkeye Volume 4 Rio Bravo trade paperback. Reeling from recent events, even Hawkeye wants to know his new status quo. Who's with him? Who's against him? Who's trying to kill him and why? And just when Clint's rock bottom couldn't arrive fast enough, his brother shows up. After a lifetime of bad decisions, Clint and Barney Barton have to realize that they are brothers, and ultimately they're the only ones who can save one another, if they don't kill each other first. Now the brothers Barton double down as the clown and the tracksuit Draculas lay siege to their building. Can Hawkeye keep everyone safe? Deafened and bloodied, will the Bartons make easy pickings for the tracksuits? Ever seen Rio Bravo? It's the final chapter of Matt Fraction and David Aja's critically acclaimed reinvention of the Arrowed Avenger. Don't miss it, bro. Collecting Hawkeye number 17, 12, 13, 15, 19, 21, and 22. Next, we have Inhuman Volume 3 Lineage trade paperback. All the threads of the Inhuman saga are finally woven together as Queen Medusa takes on King Black Bolt with the fate of the Inhumans in the balance. In this new world order, the recently awakened new humans are valuable currency, and someone is working hard to control their destiny. The fanatical Lash continues his recruitment drive for the city of Arolan, but what is his agenda? And Lineage has been lurking in the background since the beginning. Now it's time for him to show his hand. Don't miss the incredible climax of this complex and intriguing epic, but what will be left standing before Secret Wars pulls it all crashing to the floor. Collecting Inhuman number 12 through 14 and Annual number 1. We've also got Magneto Volume 3 Shadow Games trade paperback. As Magneto tries to forge a new stronghold on the devastated island nation of Genosha, the backdrop for his greatest triumphs and most devastating tragedies, he finds himself confronted by S.H.I.E.L.D. But what ace does Magneto have up his sleeve that might allow him to turn the tables? In the wake of Axis, Magneto has gathered a group of wayward mutants together on Genosha, but now someone is hunting and killing those mutants one by one right under his nose. And that someone happens to be the one man Magneto fears most. To save his people, Magneto must banish every demon who might oppose him, but as his foes mount, he will soon find that some demons are more persistent than others. And what are the true intentions of Magneto's steadfast ally, Briar Raleigh? Collects Magneto number 13 through 17. Next, we have Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man Ultimate Collection Volume 1 trade paperback. Miles Morales takes up the mantle of Spider-Man. Before Peter Parker died, young Miles was poised to start the next chapter in his life in a new school. Then a spider's bite granted the teenager incredible arachnid-like power. Now Miles been thrust into a world he doesn't understand with only gut instinct and a little thing called responsibility as his guides. Can he live up to Peter's legacy as Spider-Man? As Miles grapples with his new life, Miles' Uncle Aaron, aka the Prowler, learns his secret. He's got plans for his nephew, but little does he know that the Scorpion is on his tail. Plus, universes collide and the wall crawlers of the Marvel and Ultimate Universe unite in the most ultimate, amazing Spider-Man story ever. Collects Ultimate Fallout number 4, Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 1 through 12, and Spider-Man number 1 through 5. And we've got Uncanny Avengers Volume 5 Axis Prelude trade paperback. The march to Axis begins here as the Uncanny Avengers are reunited. The threat of Kang is over, but what are the repercussions? A dark secret is revealed in Genosha, Havoc and his team are defeated at the hands of the sinister S-Men, and the Red Skull's revenge is now unstoppable. The Great Vanishing has begun, the Uncanny Avengers are too late, and Havoc witnesses the Skull's greatest atrocity yet. Meanwhile, Magneto discovers the Skull's possession of his dead friend Charles Xavier's brain and powers, and becomes determined to shut the villain's scheme down. Prepare for a Magneto vs. Red Skull blood match that will result in a terribly altered Marvel universe. Plus, the Mojoverse gathers an all-new, all-creepy Avengers. It's the shocking debut of the Avengers of the Supernatural. Collects Uncanny Avengers number 23 through 25 in Annual number 1 and Magneto number 9 and 10. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.